In this video, we're going to be doing a what's in the bag of the Waste Management Open and its winner, Rickie Fowler. Let's go butts around.
Hit the ball!
Hey guys, David Folk here. On this channel, we do golf gear videos and instructional videos just like this one. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. So for all of you guys who got to watch the Waste Management Open, that was a pretty exciting round. I appreciate the fact that Rickie Fowler entered the winner's circle again. Could spend a little bit of time, and it's just great to see him continue to progress and win and grow his career over the course of time. So I like Rickie Fowler. I feel like he's a good guy in terms of player. Everybody's always wondering if he's going to fulfill his potential of winning a major and trying to really reach that next pinnacle of a level. But obviously he's really popular. Obviously it's one of those that he does a great job. And you know, there are many times in the majors where he's always been at the top of the leaderboard, but just hasn't ever been able to close it out. So it's good to see him back in the winner's circle here at the Waste Management Open, which I think is one of the biggest crowd-pleasing events of the year, and one of the crowd favorites obviously turned out to win. So let's talk about what's in his bag, starting with his driver. And of course, he's with Cobra, so he's going to be playing the new Cobra F9. Speed back at 9.5 degrees. His shaft is going to be a graphic design Tour AD IZ7X shaft. I have hit the F9 driver and I really liked it. It had an interesting sound that I wasn't necessarily expecting. It's just a pinch different than the F8s. It looks a little different on the sole, but if you look at the crown, you necessarily wouldn't be able to tell how the crown looks versus what the sole looks. I feel like it's looking similar actually to, let's say, the M6, but it has obviously those weights that you can move around to increase the MOI or decrease it and reduce the number of spin as well. So there's a couple of features on that, but I really like it. I thought the yellow looked really nice as well. I thought it looked sharp. I thought it was a good contrast. You know, kind of reminded me a little bit of like, you know, In-N-Out and McDonald's with the yellow and red, which apparently is like one of the biggest colors for food, I guess. I don't know. This does not make me want to eat food, but I like the color scheme and I like the F9 driver. His 3-wood that he's playing the Cobra F8 plus 3-wood. This is going to be at 14.5 degrees. He's going to be playing an Aldila Synergy 70X shaft. Obviously, that's going to be a little bit of a strong 3-wood, but it's for gapping. It's to make sure that he has his right distance between his driver, his 3-wood, and then moving on to his irons for that. So the F8 Plus, great 3-wood. Hit those as well. I mean, it's just one of those that it's a solid. They use that milled face like they have on the drivers of the F9 as well to really try and maximize ball speed across the face. And of course, they have their elliptical or their own idea of the twist face that they've been using clear back since the AMP days. In the irons, he's playing a Cobra F9 speed back iron and a 4-iron, and it's going to have a graphic design prototype 4-iron length, which I believe is going to be a smidgen longer than his regular irons. And that's going to help him with distance gapping, give him a little bit more forgiveness when he's using that basically utility iron to help him give a little bit more forgiveness and meet the gapping between his 3-wood, his strong 3-wood, and his forged irons that he's going to be playing, which are going to be the King Forged MB, and he's going to have the 4-3 pitching wedge on that. And those are going to have the KBSC Taper Tour 125 S Pluses. Great shaft again. Love that shaft. One of my buddies, Mike Sells, plays that shaft currently in his irons and couldn't be happier. So with this combo of the forged heads and the heavier shaft, it's a little bit stiffer, a little bit higher kick point to keep it a little bit lower. Great shaft. Moving on to his wedges. His wedges, he is playing the Cobra King V Grind prototypes. Those are going to be a 52 with a 10 bounce, a 56, and a 10F bounce, and the 60F bounce as well. And they're going to have the True Temper Dynamic Gold Tour Issue S400 shafts, which are going to be heavier than the wedge flex that most wedges, especially the Vokey wedges, are going to come with. And I'm sure it's just for balance. It's for what he wants to feel when he hits the ball, for the weighting of the club to try and match his irons as best as possible. For his putter, he's going to be playing the Scotty Cameron Circle T Newport 2. That is basically Tiger Woods' backup putter. The story goes is that he went to Scotty Cameron's workshop and was talking with him, just wandering around. And he found this box of putters behind this, I guess, staircase or closet or something like that. He opened it up and looked inside, and he basically a bunch of Tiger's backup putters, and he's like, I want that one. And apparently Scotty says, no, you can't have that, but eventually, obviously, he managed to get his hands on it. And so that's essentially what it is. It's Tiger's old Newport 2 putter, backup putter. So it's a pretty great putter. Obviously, Tiger's won a bunch with it, and Rickie's still sticking with it. So yeah, I guess it's working for him. The biggest change in Rickie Fowler's bag this year is going to be his jump from a Titleist Pro V1 to the TaylorMade TP5 balls, and that's going to be, he's playing the TP5X with the number 15, which apparently goes back to his racing days on his motocross. So that's going to be a huge jump for what we've seen with Rickie in terms of playing a ball. If you guys have not played the TP5, it is a great ball. How does it compare to the Pro V1? I feel like it's a smidgen longer off the tee. It spins a little less. You're going to get a little bit more distance. It has similar spin. I know a couple of people who I've talked to say they get more yardage with irons as well. I haven't seen that personally, but I think it's a really solid ball, really good ball. And if I found a bunch of them, then yeah, I'd probably play those too. So it's one of those that it's a solid ball, and I'm interested to see how well Rickie performs with it this year. Obviously, check one up in the winner's box. Let's see if he can keep this going and win a major this year and pull through and take that next step. Finally, his grips on all the clubs. He's going to be playing the Golf Pride Tour Velvet Align grips, which has that ribbing down the back. And I know some people are like, oh, that's the ribbing. Oh, that's terrible. Why do you want that? You know, I used to play the rib a lot. I've gone a lot with those. Not my current Pinhawks, but the clubs I had before had the ribs in them, and I really liked it because I knew where I should grip it standard, and then if I wanted to hit something, I knew I could turn it just a little bit, and it just gives me that confidence to know where my hands are on the club, where they should be, and then what if I want to manipulate the club face in any way, I could do that. So I know some of you guys like this is, I hate rib grips, I hate the Align grips, there's no way I'm going to use that. And some of us are like, yes, I love it. It really just gives me a little bit more confidence to always know where I put the ball. You know, one of the first sets of irons I had was going to be the TaylorMade R7s, and they had ribbings in the actual factory grips. So it's something that when I moved toward the game improvement irons, and I bought my first real set of golf clubs, not necessarily the secondhand store or the trade-in or anything like that. I actually went out and bought some of these guys. I enjoyed that aspect of it. I wasn't expecting it, but it turned out that I really liked the fact that I knew where I was going to grip it myself. So that's kind of where I went from there. And obviously, I've tried all the grips, but I enjoyed it. So let me know in the comments below. What do you think about the Align grips? Is that something that you like or not? All right, guys, that is Rickie Fowler's What's in the Bag. Is there anything that you guys have tried? Anything that you guys own? Post those down below. What did you think of them? What did you think of the F9? If you guys have demoed that, post that down below. I look forward to hearing from you on your thoughts on whether or not it's a solid driver or any other clubs. Maybe it's he's playing the 4-iron and the speed back. And maybe it's playing the 4-iron in the muscle back, and that's kind of crazy. And maybe that's something that you might consider as well. Look forward to hearing your comments down below. And of course, guys, while you're down there, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up because YouTube likes that. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll chat with you next time.